Speed Jack live from the Monkey House. And audience, are you with me when I say life is a highway? I mean, right? Rascal Flatts had a point. Life is a highway, and I want to ride it all night long, especially if I had the perfect vehicle that was custom suited to all of my vehicular preferences. Well, that's why on today's edition of Live from the Monkey House, we are playing a game called Kid My Ride. But this is not about my car. This is about yours. I want to know, if you could get to school or whatever errands you normally go on a regular basis your own way, how would you do it? Instead of riding around in a SUV or a school bus or however normally you get around, I want to know, what kind of vehicle or other method would you choose to get from point A to point B? And I think it's time we met our next pint-sized commuter now. Say hello, me monkey dots, to Eli. It's Eli! Hey, Eli, how you doing?
Good.
Great. Eli, have you ever ridden on a tandem bike before? You know, like a bike with two seats and two sets of pedals? Have you ever seen one in real life before?
No.
I've seen pictures of them. I've never been on one myself. I guess I've seen people ride them, like, past the Monkey House, like on nicer days here in Seattle. I've never seen a ghost on a bike before. What about you, Eli? Have you ever seen a ghost on a bicycle?
No.
Okay, let me just ask you one more question, and this might or might not be a job interview to be a member of the Ghostbusters ghost fighting squad. Eli, if you saw a ghost on a bicycle, would you be afraid of no ghost?
I would not be afraid.
You would... Hang on, there's a lot of negatives in the sentence. You wouldn't be afraid of no ghost. Audience, I think that means that Eli could grow up and become a Ghostbuster. This is very exciting, Eli. I mean, we're only a minute into this phone call, and you've already found your future career. But first, we got to know, Eli, did you create a brand new way to get to and from school?
Yes.
Okay, and what is that method?
Riding on a transformer.
More than meets the eye. Okay, I am definitely familiar with Transformers. Some might say I was raised on Transformers, but I mean, my parents were part of the deal too. Are you a big Transformers fan, Eli?
Yes.
Let's go through some of your favorites. I'm curious how many of these I've even heard of. Give me like your top 3 favorite Transformers.
Optimus.
Heard of him?
Optimus Prime.
Yep, I've heard of him.
Bumblebee.
I heard of him.
And Megatron.
I've heard of him. Audience, I am current on Transformers. This is a big deal for me. I gotta say, Eli, I've been worried that maybe I was aging out, or maybe the Transformers universe had moved on without me, but I know exactly what you're talking about. This is very exciting for me. So which one of them would you want to ride to school?
What? Which one are you riding to school? Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. Okay, so let me see if I remember who Optimus Prime is, and you fact-check me on this, Eli. I believe Optimus Prime is the leader of the Autobots. He's a long-haul trucker, and he transforms into, like, a big Captain of Industry-style robot. What happens to his trailer? Does that turn into, like, a little mobile science lab, or what happens when he transforms?
It turns into his legs.
His legs. Oh, okay, that's different. When I was a kid, Optimus Prime, you could actually get the toy, and it was like his crime lab. Like the guy in front would turn into the robot, and then the trailer would open up, sort of like a clamshell, and inside, that's where he would fight crime. So I guess there's a little bit of a difference. So would you ride up front, like in the driver's seat of Optimus Prime, as a truck, Eli? Is that what you're thinking?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Does it weird you out at all that you would be riding inside of a robot? Does that, like, creep you out at all?
Is that creepy? Ride inside it? No.
Okay, it's not creepy. Got it. What if he were transformed into the robot version of Optimus Prime, and you were riding inside of him then? Would that be weird?
Would it be weird to ride inside the actual robot form of Optimus? No.
That wouldn't be weird either. Okay. So we've got 100% not weird to ride inside Optimus Prime. And one more thing, Eli. Would he transform back into a truck and just wait in the parking lot for you all day long? Or would he go, like, in robo form and go to school with you as, like, a classmate?
We all school day.
Oh, he'd be your buddy. Oh, great. Okay, good. That's good. Hopefully he brings a lunch. Although Optimus Prime's lunch is like a quart of oil and a bunch of, like, nuts and bolts, I think. I don't think he eats peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, although I could be wrong. It's been a while. Audience, give it up for Eli in Washington, D.C., who's going to school in Optimus Prime.
Comedy can be dangerous, my friends, I'll tell you what. When you make kids laugh and giggle, make us split a gut.